Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we present the result of our work about stem cell transplantation dalam barrier, allow us to say big thank you to Miss Nuraini Kartikasari, SSI MSc, and Miss Rifka Fahrunisa, SPD MED, youth lecturer. For that, I will introduce my team. My name is Miftahul Nurfariza, and some of my friends namely are Dio Nadar Putra, Faisya Azarina, and Sylvia Ayu Kurnia Ramadan. So, happy watching, guys! Okay, in our journal we will examine mesenchymal stem cell by various methods. Previously, I want to explain mesenchymal stem cell. What are mesenchymal stem cell? Mesenchymal stem cell are a type of mature multipotent stem cell that can be several different specialist cell type, including neuron, bone, cartilage, muscle cell, and fat tissue, which are stromal cells or connective tissue cells. Okay, furthermore, regarding the methods and material in journal, we will be explained by Dio. Okay guys, thank you.
Purpose. The purpose of the study is to investigate the organ distribution of intravenous MSC injection or IV, because this way all delivery can be easily reproducible in the clinical setting. Okay, maybe it. Okay, next. Material. MSCs were isolated from long bones of bulk or gymnast, purified and characterized as CD34, CD45, CD19, CD44, CD14, CKIGSCA1, and CD105. Are made to express firefly, liquid virus under cytomegalovirus or KMP, promoted counter by transfect polycle with 10 gbl AUGDNE9 as prophylaxis, described then and infecting with type MSCS with the resulting viral supernatant. Table transfectant while energized by promotion, selection and 5 gram ml. Witness the consultant specific from the Department of Cardiac Surgery. Okay, next. Methods. Method MSC mic were isolated, purified, and transfected with firefly liquid virus and labeled with GSFA. Each site is assessed in vitro. They estimate the pulmonary capillary diameter of microbes labeled with fluorescein differentiate injected with or without sodium nitrophosphates pretreatment or ISN. The lung will taken after 30 seconds and the number of microbes averaged a high power file is calculated after the IV injection of the MSC suspension or without ISN. Its dynamic distribution is monitored by leukapheresis in imaging favor and histopathology. Okay, next.
My name is Sylvia Ayu Kurnia Ramadan. I will continue presentation and I will explain about microsphere trapping the lung microvasculature. Then
I will explain about cell injection, and the last I will explain about in vivo imaging and histopathology. Okay, the first I will explain about microsphere trapping in the lung microvasculatures. To estimate the mean diameter of most pulmonary capillaries, first scans labeled microsphere of different sizes, such as 4 meter, 10 meter, and 15 meter. We are into the interior vena cava with or sodium nitroprusside or without sodium nitroprusside. Then the lungs were harvested after 30 seconds and means number of trapped microsphere per Higgs power field or SPF were calculated by computer morphometry. Okay, next I will explain about cell injection. The method of cell injection is conference monolayers of polypeptides and labeled MSCs were trypsinates. Then 0.5 10 rank 6 MSCs were dispensed in 250 liters of saline per animal. The mice underwent midline abdominal laparotomy for injection of MSCs into the IVC using microphone syringes. In some animals, 20 liters of the vasodilator SN dilutes in 250 liter saline was administered 5 minutes before cell infusion. Then examined for its effects on MSC circulation, and within seconds after MSC for injection, the vast majority of cell was found in the lungs. After 4 injection of MSC suspension with SN or without SN, their dynamic distribution was monitored by in vivo luciferase imaging as well as by histopathology. Then I will explain about in vivo imaging and histopathology. For bioluminescence scans imaging, MSCs were injected into 10 mice, 5 with SN and 5 with SN. Then in vivo organ distribution was monitored. In addition, organs were harvested after 5 minutes and measured ex vivo to vary the in vivo results. For histopathology, lungs of 10 mice, 5 with SN and 5 without SN, were harvested 5 minutes after MSC for injection. The lungs were fixed in 4% paraformaldehyde solution embedded in paraffin, and cellular section of the wall organs were performed. Every 50 section was timed with hematoxylin and eosin, and serial section were investigated for CSFE positive cell using conventional microscopy. Cell counts for MSCs was assessed by measuring fluorescence emission per SPF. That is for me. Thank you for your attention.
Data analysis. A total of 44 biopsy mice were used for this study, and the comparison between group or with or without SN-free treatment were performed using the unpaired student t-test, which was at a threshold of p.05 to show statistical significance. And then for the result and for cell injection. After administration of 1.5 106 MSC, we found episode of tachypnea, apnea, and change in the hemodynamic characteristic of pulmonary embolism in the untreated SN group. The symptom could be markedly reduced with prior vasodilator treatment. And we next on in vivo imaging, microsphere trapping, and histopathology. After 4 MSG infusion without initial treatment, bioluminescent sensor signal associated with MSG are detected primarily in the lung. In ex vivo assessment of isolated organ confirm high lung signal and distinct from only trace signal from other organ. MSC size is compared with microcell size 4 to 15 micro use yellow-green fluorescence. Actually, number 4 microsphere could be detected in the histologic part of the lung, apart from SN administration. And then the number of trap 10 and 15 microsphere per HPF can be significantly reduced with the previous SN injection from 19.3, 11.1 to 6 and 1.6 p.004, and from 34.9, 11.9 to 25.6, 8.1 p.028 respectively. This is from figure 3b and 3c. And then the end is histological section of lung tissue showing green fluorescence MSG trapped in pulmonary capillaries. This is from figure 3D. And then from figure 3 is about fluorescence admission could be reduced from 70.5, 11.4 to 30.4, 39.8 p.001 units by vasodilator treatment.
In the discussion, using microscopes, we demonstrate that the mean size of sustained mesenchymal stem cell is larger of the size of the pulmonary capillaries. So, because it is size larger number of mesenchymal stem cell are injection IV trapped in the pulmonary capillaries, causing pulmonary and hemodynamic change and preventing the desired access to other organs. However, strategies to reduce the mismatch between mesenchymal stem cells and capillaries diameter are required one IV infusion is the delivery route for mesenchymal stem cell for cell-based therapy. We demonstrate that when SN was used, labeled mesenchymal stem cell had a better chance of passing even through pulmonary vascularization and pulmonary ebullition. Symptoms we reduce. We believe that the IV injection of mesenchymal stem cell represent a safe product only when combined with a previous SN infusion. Okay, thank you for listening to our presentation. Hope it is useful to all. See you guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.